The real differences that we're seeing between commercial and residential is that, and historically this has been a trend, commercial property owners tend to be more investment type, and they tend to have an ability to hold property during times of uncertainty and take on the liquidity issues during times of uncertainty. And they afford themselves the ability to do that a little bit better than residential. Now that means that if the owners of commercial property are happy to wear the brunt a little bit more, then you're going to see less movement or less volatility in the actual number of properties coming to the market as a forced sale. I think in the residential market that'll be far more prolific because households, mums and dads, are very reliant on income from salaried jobs. So that could be a far greater impact there than you may see in the commercial property market, just by the fact that commercial property owners may be a little bit better leveraged. They might not be at 80%, they might be more like 50, 40 or 30% leveraged, which allows them the ability to soak up a bit more damage before they actually bring that asset to the market. Now, as we know, valuation of assets is purely derived from the willing sale and willing purchase of an asset on the market. So if you have less owners bringing your asset to the market, then there's less evidence to suggest a change in valuation. On the flip side, I think we will see a fair bit of hurt on the residential landscape where quite literally households and families and occupiers of dwellings will be less able to maintain the rent or less able to maintain the mortgage as a result of their salary moving. Sophistication of the commercial property landscape is greater, which means that there is a slower moving beast, and that slower moving beast might mean that it is slower to recover, but I think the important part is that it'll be far slower to be affected. You'll see that affected, you'll see that market affected far more shallow, is what we believe, and I think the extension of any drop in market will be prolonged. So you may not see the overnight blip like you will see in residential markets or the share market, for instance. I think the commercial market will see a far more long-term, maybe sustained, but far more shallow reduction in value. So that's really comforting for us as a commercial property landlord. But at the moment, it's just hearsay and it's just speculation. So it's only what we're hearing out there in the market, and it's yet to be proven. We'll see.